Kiok. Kwa. I teach at East Asia School of Theology in the area of intercultural studies. What has been significant for me has been just merging the subject of honor and shame and theological education, and how and also the place of orality and storytelling, and I'm using storytelling broadly, and how all that just comes together in theological education. I am in formal theological education, so this has given me lots of ideas and thoughts about just the things that I need to be aware of in my students, the people that come in, because I gather a lot of them are oral preference learners, but who have been schooled in literate ways, and so now it's and yet over the years I've seen that these things have come up and they've displayed certain characteristics, and I think I'm beginning to see that that's partly because of this oral preference that they have.
What kind of characteristics did you see manifest?
Writing papers was not a favorite task for them, but they could talk it through. It's not that they didn't understand the subject, and I think I had begun, because you get twinges of it, but I was getting to be much more sensitive. Like, okay, he's not stupid just because he can't write a paper. So is there another way of finding out how he can express what he has learned? And that's one thing. But I think also for myself as a teacher, maybe it's in the Asian context, they're very clever at giving you what they think you want them to have. And so I've had to be just both be very creative. So I give them 25 different things, or then they realize, okay, that I could go in various directions, as well as just listening to them and say, what really bugs you, what is of interest to you, and then can we develop that? And I guess the field of intercultural studies because it's broad and fuzzy and practical, that has given me a lot of scope to do that. Yeah.
So leaving Houston from this conference, what is something that you see yourself doing to implement or doing something down the road as a result of being here?
I think I first got to be familiar with this area in August last year at a ATA conference in Jakarta, where I met Grant Lovejoy and Samuel Chiang. I invited Samuel to our school in January, okay, and he did a very quick overview of orality. We gave him 3-4 hours of a day with the whole school, and people picked it up, and then he took a class, and then he spent time with faculty. So he was with us for the whole day. I guess it was at the back of my mind. I wasn't conscious about it. I realized now I need to take steps to say, okay, what's next? Now that my school has got the idea and I am here, we've got to develop it in the school, and because we are pretty much a very literate model school. I mean, we're open and all that, but still. So I think what I need to be thinking is, how do we progress as a school, and where do we go from here? There have been connections made, materials, even this synthesis time that's today of projects and all that. And so how can I begin to start talking about it, sharing with my colleagues about it, and then saying, okay, maybe we could do some of this. And how can we even just begin to change the way we do school, theological education. because I mean, I couldn't take part in the assessment portion of the consultation. You can't do everything, but that would be, you know, another huge area that needs to be followed up on.